Welcome to PublicValues.ca. I'm Mike Martin. Today we're focusing on justice for janitors, and our first guest is Anu Sharma. She's the lead organizer for SEIU Local 2 in Ottawa. And so Anu, tell us about Justice for Janitors. What's it all about?
Well, Justice for Janitors actually started about 20 years ago in Los Angeles, and it started because the workers had, gone to work, let's say on a Friday, where they were working specifically for the company that they were cleaning the building for. So on a Friday, everything was great. They get back to work on a Monday, and on Friday they were making close to $12 to $15 an hour. They get back to work on Monday, and they were making $5 an hour. So needless to say, they were upset. They didn't realize what had happened, but the company had actually been subcontracted out from the building owner. So Justice for Janitors started because of that. Since 20 years ago, we have over 225,000 members across North America since the campaign started. Justice for Janitors here in Canada is active in Ottawa, Toronto, and Vancouver. And we are organizing many different companies across the country to improve standards.
So how's the campaign in Ottawa going?
It's going really well. We have one company that has a citywide contract as we speak. There is another company that has organized, or half of the company is organized with us. We have had elections since the beginning of the year, which have been successful. So we've organized a few buildings with a few companies, and our plan is to have a citywide contract with the workers, because the standards need to be improved. There needs to be more pay, more benefits, more sick days, just a better respect for the workers. So far we've been doing pretty good.
So who are these workers, and where do they work in the Ottawa area?
So the workers are the janitors that clean pretty much any building that you see. A lot of the contracts that we've been organizing have government contracts. For instance, the Bank of Canada. There's a cleaning company that we're trying to organize, and in and around the city, Tunney's Pasture, any government building, we were trying to organize the janitors that clean those buildings.
Now, we understand that there's been some problems in the organizing at the Bank of Canada, that in fact one of the workers got fired for trying to organize the union. Is that right?
That is right. We've been actually trying to organize the Bank of Canada, the cleaners there, since about August. And one of our key supporters there had gone to talk to some workers while he was working and said, we need a union, and had talked to them about trying to improve their conditions. What had happened was one of the people that he had talked to had gone back to management and said, this is what's happening. The Bank of Canada has not commented on what's happened, but the company that has a contract for the Bank of Canada refused and said that he was not let go because of his union organizing. They said that he was missing his security clearance and fingerprints, which he had submitted when he had started. So they had made up an excuse pretty much to get him out so that he can't bring the union in the building.
My name is Kelly Mukonda, and I'm one of the workers at Bank of Canada since last February.
And you were involved with trying to organize the union?
Yes, I'm really interested to get my company be unionized. So I started to cooperate, and since I got fired from my job.
So how is the organizing going? Are the other workers, the other cleaners, the other janitors interested in joining the union?
It works pretty well, because since I started talking to the SEIU, and I try to get all my coworkers for my shift, morning shift, and then they're really interested, because they know if the company get unionized, you get a better, more benefit, and better respect at work, all those stuff. So everybody's very interested to get that done.
Mm-hmm. So how did you feel when they told you that your services were no longer required?
The first time I was frustrated, just because they don't give me any good reason why I have to be fired. And after that, I tried to talk to the SEIU, and then they pretty much helped me out, to fight, to go back to get my job. So, and I just understand this because the company doesn't want to be unionized. They try to find some excuse asking me to do the fingerprint or to get a security clearance, which is I don't when I first started. So I'm pretty sure I can get my job back just because there is no reason why they can just to fire me or let me go.
So let me introduce Everil Robley. He's one of the key organizers for the Justice for Janitors campaign in Ottawa. Welcome to PublicValues.ca, Everett.
Thank you very much. Nice to be here.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about the organizing efforts that have happened in the Ottawa area, what your involvement has been, what the challenges and successes have been?
Well, what happened is when the bus strike was on, basically they had put me to work at Bayshore because I've been with the company about a year before, and eventually some of the workers were always talking about, mumbling, they want this, they want that, but nobody was basically taking up the challenge to say, well, okay, I'm going to get it done. So basically, I said, to hell was it, and I got out there and I said, okay, I'm going to get this done. So I saw SEIU on the list, so they were the first on the list, and I just said, hey, first go, let's go. Next, if not them, we're going to keep going down the list. So then they took up the gauntlet, basically, and they sent some people over, and it steamrolled from there, basically.
So what kind of things are the employers doing to the workers, the janitors in these buildings?
They talk to you any which way they want. It doesn't matter how old you are. They still treat you like you're nothing. There's a lack of respect in this industry, basically. It doesn't matter if it's the employer or whoever else it is. If you're a janitor, you're nothing. You get lousy pay. You can forget about even trying to get a day off if you're sick. That's like taboo. They got a myriad of things that they can do to you. They can tell you, they can work you any which way they want. They tell you got to work this out. You can't say no. If you say no, well, hey, we got 10,000 a year. We can hire somebody else. You're gone. That's it. It's not a fair place to work. I'm very happy that they came into this company because the things that the employees were doing, they no longer can get away with these kind of things. They now have to treat people with a little bit more respect, and they just can't up and fire you out of a job with just like that no more. So basically, it's good to have the union. I don't know where we would be without this union right now.
Now the workers themselves. Are there a lot of immigrants, invisible minorities, and new Canadians working as janitors in these buildings?
Oh, Lord have mercy. That's all. Like taxi drivers. You don't see white taxi drivers. They're all immigrants. Basically, in this industry, 90-something% of the people are immigrants. They don't know their rights. They don't know basically a lot of stuff that's going on. They're new to this country, and this is the first job that they can hold on. And the employers know that, and they abuse that. Without a union, you have nothing. No union is like walking down the street naked and everybody's staring at you. So it's good this is something that is paramount, that for workers to receive at least some sort of fair treatment, we gotta have a union.
Now, is there any message you wanted to give to the viewers of PublicValues.ca about things they can do to help support the workers get a union in the Justice for Janitors campaign?
Put pressure on the government. Put as much pressure as you can. Start lobbying the government, just like how the big companies lobby the government. Lobby the government. We need to stand up and be counted. People say, well, what can I do? You can do a lot. Make some phone calls. Send some emails.
So, do you think the Justice for Janitors campaign will be successful in Ottawa?
I have to believe. If I don't believe, then why am I doing it? We have to believe, and we have to keep pushing. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step.